Studio this evening, our employment staffing reporter, Marc Z from Longfellow Staffing. Marc, welcome to Radio Entrepreneurs.
Thank you, Greg. Great to be here. Jeff, good to see you.
Mark, I hope you don't give me an epiphany. I have to call back an old employer 25, 30 years ago and apologize.
I thought you were going to say to me, just before coming on the show, as you know, I split my pants. And that's either going to give me a hard time like you did before, what not to do for employment. If, by the way...
I'm just very happy this is radio.
I didn't know that this show had full disclosure.
By the way, though, when you give notice, make sure your pants are not split.
And we'll be back right after this on Radio Entrepreneurs.
But Mark, I thought you had lost weight.
I have. That's the sad part about it. But... you know, giving notice is so important today. It's so important anytime, and it's been important years ago, but as the economy gets better and as people are trying to broaden their career horizons, people don't realize that on the employee side, that they really have to think long and hard in how they give notice and in giving proper notice. So, for example, we just had a situation on our contract division where we had a person who was actually our employee on site with a client that she had been with for about 3.5 months. And they really were pleased with her, but they weren't ready to hire her. And she came to me and I said, listen, you need to do what you have to do, but, you know, obviously be understanding that if you do get something, give proper notice.
So, Marc, I know that traditional wisdom dictates that you're supposed to give an employer 2 weeks. However, I've noticed in my career that if you are a very high-ranking employee, you might actually have to give 2 months. What is the current thinking on that approach?
Well, what is considered fair in the traditional sense? It's like having exceptions to rules, but the rule is the unofficial rules give at least 2 weeks notice. That's what an employer says. If they could give us at least 2 weeks notice, that's the fair thing. Most employers that you're giving notice to really want a longer period. But 2 weeks traditionally is the right way because you know what? When somebody gives 2 weeks notice, they've checked out before, now it's going to be the lame duck period.
Sure.
It's the transition period. It's working with somebody to make sure if it's a colleague that's going to temporarily take over the duties, because usually it's going to take a longer time to fill that spot, or even if the company wants to immediately interview or bring in somebody to temporarily handle it from the outside, it gives you that window, that transition window.
And are there any